Hey, Steve Gamache here with another Chef Knives to Go quick look product review. This time we are looking at the Kohetsu VG-10 Damascus Petty 150mm knife. So this line of knives uses a hardcore cutting steel of VG-10 full stainless steel. Heat treats around 60 Rockwell, so a little bit of conservative rating there and a little bit of forgiveness on the durability of it. The construction is multi-layered, soft stainless alternating layers of cladding on top of that core steel on either side, and it has a neat frosted effect due to an acid etch to bring out the layers look on there. So we'll get a close-up look at that, but a real pretty knife. The everything else is full stainless, the bolster, the rivets, the full tang construction, so all stainless knife. The weight is about 100 grams or 3.5 ounces. The edge length on this one was right at 150. These should be pretty close to each other from knife to knife. 5.9 inches, just under 6 inches on the edge. 260mm or 10.25 inches on the overall length. And the thickness of this knife is about 1.9 millimeters basically, so 1.9 coming out of the bolster, 1.9 halfway down. And then it thins out on the front part of the blade where you hit the grind, which is a nice subtle convex grind down towards the edge. These are really nice grinds on these. They have a good subtle feel. You can just feel it thinning down towards the edge, and they are quite thin at the edge, and the tip works quite nicely as well. The height on this is 29.8 millimeters, so it's more of that utility style versus a taller, 34 plus millimeter 150 petty that would be kind of what we call mini Gyuto style. So this one's good for more utility style work. We'll get a look at that in a minute. The handle is full tang black Packawood scales, which is a little glue or something on there, which is a stabilized wood product, so nice fit and finish all the way around. The full tang handle is going to bring the balance point back a bit, as you might suspect, with a light thin blade like this. So there's your balance point. And then let's look at a close-up of this nice looking blade. It's hard to get that just right, but there we go, that's better. So you can see those multi-layers of cladding with the acid etch bringing those layers out. You've got etched kanji, and then here's your core steel showing at the edge. They've got a fairly large polished area that's thinned down basically to the edge on the left side and the right side. This is the left side of the blade as you're holding it. This is the right side of the blade. So it's got almost to a zero grind. It's you may even want to put, I should have said this in the 270mm video, but you might want to put a micro bevel on this, maybe use it for a while. But it's really super sharp out of the box. But you'll have to see if that is going to hold that angle. And like I said, you may be putting a micro bevel on it just to clean it up a little bit after some use, but really sharp out of the box, nice performing blade, thin at the edge, subtle convexing. They've rounded the spine and choil a little bit, so it's very comfortable out of the box. Just pull it out and start working. If you're going to use it on the cutting board, it doesn't have a particularly large amount of clearance for your knuckles, but you can always, on a thicker cutting board, you can always just bring it right to the edge of the cutting board enough to get your fingers some clearance. Or if you've got a thin cutting board, like a poly board or something, you can just move the board to the edge of your countertop and then work off the edge there for clearance. So here's what your profile looks like on the edge. This knife is short enough at the heel to be, as we said, more of a utility style blade. So the tip is thin enough and pointy enough that it'd make good, good use for trimming meats and getting under silver skin and that kind of stuff. Going through joints on chickens, processed poultry, cutting citrus. It's all stainless. So, not the world's best onboard knife, but it'll do a lot of other tasks quite well. So this is a neat line of knives, very high performance, excellent edge out of the box, nice looking, good, really nice fit and finish. So there you have the Kohetsu VG-10 Damascus Petty 150mm knife.